Hello. And it is June 19th, 2022. This is Melon Fights. I am Drew.
And I'm Tara.
Woo! And we're actually, for the first time on Melon Fights in the same room. Tara's in town, so we're sitting across from each other. So this might be either weirder or better, or we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't like it too much, because then we'll be pissed off that we're not.
That we didn't do it for the 13 years that we lived together.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. We might have to move closer to each other or something like that.
Yeah.
To get it going again.
Maybe we'll move to Rockford halfway point.
I'm going to say no to that.
Okay.
I'm going to say no to us moving to Rockford.
All right.
Ever in my life. So I lost my train of thought there. I promised I lost my train of thought. So it is Father's Day today. Mm-hmm. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It's very exciting stuff. Dads.
Yeah, dads are great.
And so if you're a dad, happy Father's Day. If you have a dad, tell him happy Father's Day.
Yep. Give him some loves.
We both tried to call our dad today, and his phone went straight to voicemail. So
it scared me. I had to try to figure out what was going on and make sure he was okay.
Yeah. But yeah, because the family, mom, and they weren't answering the home phone either because they were out and about. But his phone's not working apparently.
Happy Father's Day to that.
Happy Father's Day to that. So he probably was really. He's lying to us. He's trying to avoid us.
I'm sure.
That's what makes sense.
I haven't been home for the last couple days, so mom and dad have been empty nesters. So
they've probably been full boinking.
No, totally.
They've been boinking for 2 days straight.
I know. If I go home and my sheets are changed, I'm gonna know that they christened my bed.
Why would they do it in your room?
I don't know, because they are mad at me or something.
Why would they do it in your room?
Maybe they're mad at me.
That's insane.
We're gonna get back at her by being nasty in her bed.
It's fucked up, Tara.
I know. It's not me that did it, it's them.
I know. I'm gonna mic you. I'm gonna put headphones on you.
Okay.
Because you're peaking and you're just louder than me. I know.
You got that melon talk.
Well, yeah.
Melons
I can be vocal. I can be vocal and not scream. You're louder than me.
I know. We've done
You're
this.
loud.
We've talked about it. I don't know if we've talked about it on the pod.
We definitely haven't, but you're louder than I am.
But I'm always the number one loud one in the family, supposedly.
She's loud.
Well,
it's not even close. Like, it's nuts how much louder she is than the rest of us.
I think it's because I got real good breath control, and it comes from my diaphragm.
I think it's because you want people to hear you.
Because I'm so little.
And hear you now. Because you're so little?
Yeah.
No.
I'm like overcompensating.
I will say Miranda is the same height as you and also little, and like she's loud too. Mm. You should hear her on the phone. It's hilarious. Like when she gets on the phone, it's like she walks around the apartment and does stuff while she does it. I'm just like, Jesus, shut the fuck up.
Phone people are weird. I am not a phone person. I can.
What do you mean?
Like people that talk on the phone a lot.
I talk on the phone a decent amount. To like mom and dad and Trin, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I just kind of talk to them. But Miranda talks to, she only talks to a few people, but she talks to them a lot and she talks to them loudly.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yo, we hear you. It's like she has headphones in, so she thinks she has to she doesn't understand that she doesn't have to yell.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on the other end if there's like, dang, she loud.
Maybe.
Because we don't really talk on the phone, her and I. You know? Like, we don't call each other much.
I feel like when you have headphones on, then you tend to project a little because you can't hear yourself.
Mm-hmm. I use earbuds a lot when I walk and talk. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I yell. I don't think I do. I think I might have used to when I used to have a loud walk on my way to work, and I would call people. A loud walk? Yeah, it was like trains and cars, and it was really loud. Now it's just birds. Yeah. For Father's Day, my dad hates all the birds in my neighborhood are super loud, and it sounds like, and they might be super far away. And even when I'm in my apartment, he can hear the birds in my neighborhood. They're chirpy ass bitches.
I feel like that is definitely a grievance of his. He brings it up all the time.
Yeah, it's his dad grievance.
Yeah,
is the birds. The birds. So let's first talk about. Let's get it out of the way.
Let's do it.
Let's get the NBA out of the way.
Yep.
NBA finals are over.
Woo!
Finally. Not finally. I enjoyed them.
Moments.
But I'm sure there's some people like, thank God we don't have to listen to the NBA anymore. But who knows what we'll talk about next?
I know.
Who knows what we'll talk about next? So Warriors win it in 6. For those that didn't watch, for our non-sports fans, Warriors of Golden State won it in 6. They're based in San Francisco now. They used to be in Oakland. Mm-hmm. That was loud. So the Warriors won the NBA championship shooting, I don't know, an abundance of threes. Very, very surprising. Here's the thing, for you non-sports fans, at least now you know, like maybe you enjoy how much I hate 3-pointers. Like, it's insane. But yes, the Warriors won by shooting a gallon of 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense. They're the team that changed it all and made it 3-pointers the way it goes. Did you enjoy the finals?
No. I think it got long for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of the games we talked about before were blowouts, but I was really happy when it only went in 6 because I was worried that we'd have to be watching a game right now.
Absolutely.
But I watched the full last game, and I just feel like Steph Curry, I'm so happy for him.
Sure.
Like, he just seems like the most nice, likable guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't totally agree with that. I find the Warriors to be a little obnoxious, and I felt they were obnoxious. Like, I wanted the Cavs to beat them a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think Curry gets a little, like, big-headed and full of himself out there, and he bugs me. On the court, he can bug me, but I think he backs it up with his play, so it makes it okay.
He doesn't really bug me. I kind of like his little, like, swagger, and
you're right.
I just like that he's a littler guy in the NBA.
But what about the fact that he ruined the game of basketball? Because everyone else wants to be like him.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not that it would be one thing.
I'm sorry.
Tara, we're in the same room. How are you talking over me? Clearly, I was still talking.
I know.
What the F?
I know.
He's the reason everyone shoots 3 balls now, but no one does it like him, and it still shouldn't be worth 3 points. That's all. That's the only difference. It just shouldn't be worth 3 points. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and but what I like about him is people talk about his 3 skills because they should, but he has such a nice little floater, and he can go into the land of the giants, and he knows how to control his body. So I just like the way he plays. He's nonstop running, and it's just, he makes that team so good. He wears out the other defenses.
Yeah, he just does a lot of smart plays. He's got a lot of he likes to turn the ball over on weird random shit sometimes, but
I feel that's just the NBA players of today.
Yeah. But it doesn't make sense for when he does it because he is so good at passes and stuff like that. It's super strange. But anyway, so the Warriors won. I picked the Warriors in 6. I think you picked.
I think I said
them in 7, but neither of us thought the Boston was going. Our take is that Boston was never that good.
No,
I just didn't see it. Everyone kept saying they're good. I'm like, they play hard defense. I don't know that it was good defense.
No,
I think it was a little. It reminds me of the Patriots in the early 2000s. When they basically kind of changed, where they could be as rough as they wanted playing defense, and they just stopped calling it.
What's the name of the tall guy? Williams, not Grant.
Robert Williams.
He was so good.
No, he's good. He's a monster.
His he's so good at.
He's
blocking.
Good. He plays really hard.
He does. He's playing hard the entire game, and I know I sent you a text about this when they took out their players with a minute and a half.
They did it
left,
every game that they were getting.
But it was the finals,
yep.
And they were only down by 13 points, and you can come
with 3 balls.
Yes.
It's totally doable. It was weird. It was super weird.
I'm like, wait, why?
If the Bucks said, I'm like, why are you giving up?
Yeah.
Do not give up. These guys don't need to come in and see minutes. You don't need to get these guys coming out in the Boston.
And you don't need them to get a cheer.
Yeah, the cheer would have been if they would have made a couple shots.
Exactly.
They make 1 and all of a sudden it's
yeah.
They make 2. It's what? Just do it.
Because people get flustered at the end
Start
of the
throwing
game
it away.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was strange. But I'm ready for next year.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Bucks to turn it around and win that thing. I think the Bucks were as good as those at full strength. I think the Bucks were as good as those 2 teams, and I think better. Honestly, I think that game that they would have been in the finals had Middleton been healthy. And again, over the last few years, people get hurt, and that's just the way it goes. A lot of people can say that, but I don't think that either of those teams was super great. I think it was I think it was a fun win for the Warriors, but I don't think it was their most impressive.
No,
as far as they didn't beat some great team. It wasn't like they're beating the super teams of the Cavs and things like that. So that's my take.
It's a good story though too, how they went from like terrible when all the people got hurt and they built it up. So
right, but it's like their terrible's fake though. Right. It's not like they were a bad organization. They had a bunch of guys get hurt and then they all got healthy again.
Yeah.
And then they were fine. And because they got hurt, they were able to. It actually made it easy. They talk about the ownership, like actually made it easy. I was like, oh, they're hurt, but we get these like we have an excuse for doing bad, and we get these high draft picks and get these nice players. So it actually worked out really nice for them. I almost was like unlucky in the moment, but lucky for down the road sort of thing. And KD leaving, good.
Right.
What a fool.
I know.
Maybe that's my biggest take from it. I think there's not enough of that. Like, what a dum-dum. Just
because because that guy's all about ball, and I don't think he's having fun playing ball.
I agree.
It's like, I think when he was like, him and Draymond had issues, it seems, but outside of that, he was playing the type of ball he probably wanted to play.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Seems weird.
People say it's because he wanted to be the guy at a place. I guess if that's what you want, that's what you want. Because it's true. He never was going to be the guy.
No, because it's
for the Warriors, because it's Steph's team. So that's hoops. That's hoops. Hold on a second.
So on Tuesday, summer starts.
Yep.
So I was thinking we could do a top three of your favorite summer beverages.
Top 3 favorite summer beverages.
Because we are a beverage family, and I know you've got some faves.
Top 3 summer beverages. You know my favorite summer beverage. For those that don't know me well, my favorite summer beverage is it's cucumber vodka made by Effin. It's Pops. Hold on. Why is he calling my what?
What a douche.
What's up? All right. All right. So do I just go to
Yep. All right. All right. Bye. I'm gonna hang up.
Wait. I'm not using headphones.
You're not? No. Do you have headphones? I'm hanging up. Because I wanted to. So, my favorite drink is cucumber, vodka, and limeade.
Yes.
It's awesome. Like, it's the most refreshing.
So refreshing.
Thing I've ever tasted. In the world. Okay, guys. So, here's the thing. It's Father's Day, right? My dad is supposed to be joining us right now.
He's just gonna pop on in.
The idea was for him to pop in and surprise everybody mid thing, but it ain't working. So old people and their things. I think it's pretty easy. It kind of just opens up. He was on the phone. Let me call him back. What's up?
I don't know. I can't hear anything. I can see myself. That's it.
You have to join.
Did you join?
Okay. Why don't you just yell at me?
Okay. So you didn't hit join at all?
Oh, I was hitting everything, and I didn't see it. I thought I already was joined in.
You're not. All right. I'm hanging up the phone. Okay.
Up the phone. I can hear you.
I know. I could hear you through the phone and through the speakers and through everything.
All right.
Dad.
All right. We got Dad in, everybody. Father's Day here. Dad, I need you to turn something down. I can hear some feedback a little bit.
I was just farting.
Oh, okay. All right. This old man. Cool. So Father's Day. Hey, Dad, what did you do this morning?
Well, we got up early. Your mom didn't want to get up, but we went up and got some cruffins.
Cruppins?
Cruffins are croissant muffin combination with a custardy filling. Delicious, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we went and got those, and we just went for like a 6-mile walk.
Ooh.
Nice. That's a big walk.
Yeah.
It's a long walk.
Yeah, we did it in the Arboretum. So that was fun.
The Madison Arboretum?
Have you ever been there before, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never been
not
there.
often.
I haven't either.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because it's got a road that you can drive in, and cars are driving down the damn road like there's no people on it. Now there is people walking, running, and on bikes, and it's like we almost got killed 20 times.
Oh,
Right.
God.
But here we are. So I'm still going. So
All right, Pop. So I was thinking we'd get you on to be our first guest and maybe only guest. I don't know. Just to try something out here because I think we might do a second podcast with guests. But we're gonna do a top 3 for you. See if we can do a top 3 with Pop on Father's Day, a Father's Day related top 3. You into that?
that sounds good. Yeah.
So I was what?
Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say you guys are going to pick it, right? That's not me.
No, yeah, I got a category. I mean, you're gonna pick your top 3, but I got the category.
Okie dokie. Oh, by the way, the guns are out today.
I like that you're flexing for nobody because there's a chance nobody will see that unless I make it the clip. I'll probably make it the clip because you flex. You look big. You got big guns, big dog.
Well, he's got a fake gun.
No.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Okay, whatever.
He's got guns. It's the gun show. That's where I get my guns from. I'll flex too. Terraflex. Look, you passed it on, I guess.
That's my smaller one.
Yeah.
Here's my big
You haven't got much of guns there.
Oh, okay.
Not much of a gun.
That's your fake one. I mean, it's there. It's there.
I just can't get definition, but it's strong.
It's just, I guess.
Oh, that's all that matters.
What do you curl, Tara? What do you curl? What do you bench?
I bench like 30s in each hand, so 60.
Nice.
60.
That's how it works.
I curl about 15 in each hand.
Nice.
I'm
He
a
always
virgin.
was a mathematician.
Here's the category I was thinking. I was like, because it's you, and instead of just being like, oh, dad's from this, dad's from that, I want your three coolest dads.
Ooh.
Maybe from cinema or TV, doesn't matter to me, or anything you can think. The 3 coolest dads that aren't like your dad or our dad, or not a dad, but like 3 coolest dads in media.
Oh, okay.
So your 3 coolest media dads, maybe whatever that makes you think of. So what do you got for us?
Media dads. Well,
I mean, any from movies, TV, music. I don't know.
right. Yeah. Oh, wait. I never even thought about music. Because Mick Jagger's a great dad, I'm sure.
Well, no one thinks of Mick Jagger as a dad, like a dad.
No.
Like, come on, you know what I mean?
I know, I'm kidding. Yeah. Well, growing up, obviously, there was one that everybody wanted to be their dad, for me anyway.
Who's that?
And that was Michael Brady.
Michael Brady. Okay.
Mike Brady.
Mike Brady of the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Mm.
Not bad.
I mean, level-headed, always fair with the kids. Kind of let them do their own thing, and let them screw it on their own. Believe it or not, it was kind of that.
He's raising his kids.
Because you think about it. Yeah, they had 3 boys, 3 girls, a lovely lady, got together. You know the song.
We know the song. We don't need you to explain that. That's not what makes him a good dad. A cool dad. He's supposed to be so he's cool though, you're saying.
And he was pretty cool. At least in my brain, I always thought he was. He was way cooler than Greg Brady was, his son, which I thought was really kind of a nerd. But he was a hip, cool guy growing up. He wore the bell-bottom pants. And
who's your number 2?
had his own. I don't have a number 2. It's Mike Brady.
Oh, Mike, you got there's a lot cooler dads than number here. Maybe Tara will give us one. Tara, why don't you give us one?
I'm kidding. Yeah, you guys throw some others so
Dad can get a little bit of inspiration.
Okay, I would say Phil Dunphy.
Is a cool dad.
He's a cool dad. He just loves his kids and he's proud of them and just wants to be around them and wants to be the cool dad. And
yeah, I guess he does want to be the cool dad. I don't know if he is the cool dad, but he's a cool. Yeah, he's a cool dad. You're right.
He is. He's supportive and just he shows a lot of love to his kids and he's a doof, but so damn lovable.
Sure. That's a good one. I like Phil Dunphy a lot. I like Modern Family a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is Phil Dunphy the coolest dad of all that show, though?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cooler than
Al Bundy.
Any of the other dads.
And Al Bundy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not that cool. He's kind of an asshole.
And I don't know which one's considered the dad of
both.
Both dad.
They're both dads. Don't.
You're
better than this.
off.
I'm going to cut you out
You're
of the
getting cut out.
They're both the dads.
Which one is cooler? I meant of the
Neither.
two.
Neither of them are that cool. I mean, I guess if it's anybody's
Well, one
Cam.
of them,
It's definitely
But
Cam.
but he's not going to make our list,
No.
so that's not. He's not going to make our
true.
list. He's not cool enough to make the
No,
list. I'll go now. I'm going to say for me, it's Andy Griffith from the Andy Griffith Show. Like or I guess he's not. His name's not Andy Griffith in the show. It's
Andy.
It is Andy. Thanks, Tara. But his last name's not Griffith in it. It's why am I blanking, Pop? What's his name?
Taylor.
Huh?
Taylor.
He's
Taylor.
an awesome dad. He's a cool dad. Just the way he was a cool dad. The way he would get Opie to figure kind of stuff out for himself and kind of fuck with him a little bit. Honestly, like he just kind of let him do his things. Like, okay, Opie, and then in the long run, he'd learn his lesson. It was pretty. I think Andy was awesome. A cool dad. I think for sure a cool dad.
Oh yeah, and he almost was like a dad to Barney too, because he did the same with Barney.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Figure out how to get.
Yeah, he kind of treated them both with the same amount of respect mentally. Both Barney and
Opie. Yeah.
Opie.
Crazy. Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely probably would have to be in the top 5.
Now
sure. This is only a top 3.
Top 3 is how we do it.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more.
Right. I'm gonna go with Clark Griswold.
Clark Griswold is a cool dad. God, we're showing our age here, but
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what.
He's all about the family.
Well, wait. What's that?
I said Clark is all about the family.
Exactly. I mean, think about the first vacation they went on. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like he went through hell for those kids.
Yeah. Yeah. He is a cool dad.
Then have a Christmas with a bunch of people over that he didn't want there.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't invite us.
No, he wanted the good old fashioned American.
Yeah, but he wasn't looking for Eddie and the crew to show up.
Yeah, that was so get him there and then go hide
Right.
from him doing the lights and stuff. Just to stay away from that.
That's a good one.
But,
that's a good one.
Taught Rusty how to.
That's not the cool. The cool stuff about him is when I like when he's thinking he's cool in those white shoes and.
I like when he's looking at the family videos and is just crying because he loves his family so much.
But yeah, that's a cool dad. Let's get one. Let's get one more from you, Pop. One more cool dad.
Well, why don't you guys go for another one? Let me.
Because I want it from you, dog. That's what this is about.
Okay. All right.
We're just trying to put you on the spot.
So let's go with. He's a. I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to say it and then I'm going to retract it.
Okay.
I can't say it.
Just say a real one. Let's go.
I was going to say a real.
Who's an actual cool dad? I know he's probably a real dad, but if you can't say it, then it's a joke. So this is your actual cool dad.
Probably offensive.
It was Huxtable.
Oh God!
I mean, the show.
Get out of here. Get us a different one.
The show.
Get us a different one. Don't care.
On the show.
We're not using it. Give us another one. He's not cool.
All right. I'm going to go with. I don't know if he's cool, but I watch so much of it. I got to go with Ray Barone.
Yeah.
Ray Barone is a cool dad.
I like it.
He's
I think
not
he's
really.
cool.
He might make the anti-cool dad.
I think he's not cool at all. I think you might have missed the point on this one.
He just likes Ray because he sees a lot of himself in Ray.
I just watch too much of it.
Yeah.
I was trying to. I'm like sitting there going, well, some of my favorite sitcoms and stuff, they aren't really dads on, like Friends and.
You love Friends?
You love Friends?
Did I say Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant Seinfeld.
Oh wow.
Well,
Friends too. Although what's his name?
Well, let's not pretend like Frank Costanza's not a cool dad. That's a cool dad. I love that guy.
Right.
He's a wild man.
You're right. I forgot. And you know who else is? I should have went with Arthur.
Oh yeah.
Spooner.
Yeah.
Arthur Spooner.
That is a cool dad. That is a cool dad.
Yes, he is. He's just, I hope that I'm probably on my way.
Yeah.
I hope I grow in to be that crazy.
Well,
of an
none of
old
us are ever
man
going to let you
'cause
live.
he's
I guess if
insane.
Tara takes over Tara's kind of
yeah.
your Arthur living in your basement. I know she doesn't live in the basement, but she's like your upstairs Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember there was an episode where Arthur got to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Yep. It didn't go well.
Doug did not like
He got sent back down.
did not go well.
So funny.
Right.
Well, so let's recap then. What are your top? What was
So I'm going to change over to him.
to him? So the top three were what then? It was
Mike Brady,
and
Clark Griswold,
Clark Griswold. Yep.
and
Arthur
Spooner.
Arthur Spooner of King of Queens. And then I guess Tara and I will do ours real quick just so you can be here for it. Tara, this is how we do it. You know how we roll.
I know.
So far you have
I have Phil Dunphy.
Phil Dunphy.
And then I'm gonna say I can't even, like, I'm blank. You go.
You're up. Let's go.
Come
on.
Dad, I'm just as bad as you.
Just name two dads. It doesn't matter. That's all he was doing.
The dad from Boy Meets World.
Oh, that's a good dad.
He's a really
What do you like about that dad?
He loves to like go and do stuff with his kids, and he likes to be like a family man. And he also is sometimes a hard ass because he has to make sure they know their lessons.
Sure.
And yeah, so him.
All right, and one more.
Oh, I have to do two in a row.
Yeah, we're just kidding. We're gonna fire through them here.
Let's go with Tim Allen from
Tim Allen.
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Okay.
I know we're gonna get a Tim Allen Home Improvement. Why is he a cool dad though?
I think because he's just like kind of silly and like a fun dad to be around. But then like when times get tough, he's there for you. Like when JTT might have had cancer and he went to his dad and he like consoled him and was really able to like be there for him.
It was a good show.
Wow, I don't remember.
It's funny because it's my turn. It's funny that it's my turn. And it always gets to me and I don't have an answer because I come up with these and I try not to have an answer because I'm putting you on the spot, Tara. So I try not to have it ready.
Yeah.
You seem when you do your three, you usually have it ready to
do.
go. I don't.
I do.
My first one was Andy Griffith or Andy Taylor from Andy Griffith's show. My number two, I'm going to stay in the old days, and it is Dick Van Dyke from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yes.
I don't know if you get a cooler dad than Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, no, you don't.
Not crummy buttons.
Crummy buttons.
He was a real cool dad.
Crummy buttons.
He's not really like the kid's not in the show a ton, but when he is, it's really a fun time when he's being a dad. It's probably the funniest part of the show, and the kid's such a bad actor.
Oh, he's
that makes it even funnier. He's rough stuff. And then my final cool dad, actually a nerd, but he's cool because of what he pulls off. But the dad from Honey, I Shrunk and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yes.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. Why am I blanking on his name in real life?
Rick
Moranis is a dope scientist that creates like shrinking and growing kids. Like he's pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
And again, he likes his kid. He's cool too. Like for his kids, and he's like pretty cool dad and nice to him and really cares about him and tries to
save him.
When he shrinks him, but he tries to hide it from the wife, which is always good. I like a dad that hides things from mom to keep the kids from getting in trouble and him getting in trouble. That's a good time.
Oh, it sounds like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds just like my pop.
One of Trent's favorites is one of Trent's favorites of me. He got in trouble and he wanted I think it was a Bon Jovi tape or something.
Yeah.
And he got in trouble. Mom said, nope.
Yep.
And I bought it and gave it to him the next day. And then I said, don't tell mom about it. And then I come home from work and he's got the thing cranked in his room and he's bouncing on his bed or something. And I go in and go, what are you doing? You're going to get me in trouble.
I mean, think about it. You were probably like 27 or 28, 25 at the time, something like that.
Was it pre-Drew?
I mean, Bon Jovi was like 80.
No,
I was a kid. We were both born, but like
you guys, it was in the first house.
You were like near mid late 20s. So you're probably, I mean,
it's probably around 30.
I guess so. But
yeah, because June was probably 12, 13.
That's true.
I love it.
17 when he, yeah.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
You're gonna get me in trouble. That's so you are Doug Heffernan. That's
I
the
know.
that's the deal.
Or Raymond?
Yeah, I guess Raymond.
Yeah.
I guess it's more Raymond. I guess it's like if Doug and Raymond were the same, like a dad together.
Mhm.
Right. They smash together. Yeah. Let's do a smash. I want to do a smash or mash or whatever you call it.
A mash?
Tara can say I can live in Cassville, Oregon, or Fitchburg.
We're not doing a mash. We're not doing a mash.
I know. Maybe maybe if there's a next time.
Maybe if there's a next time. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes over. All right, Dad. That's what we wanted from you here on Father's Day.
We love you.
We love you. Thanks for calling in.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. We'll see if any of this makes the cut. Some of it might get cut. I don't know, Dad.
Well, listen, I truly don't know why I couldn't say that.
Huh?
I lost you.
Yeah. We're going to let you bounce, Pop. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love
Thanks
you.
for
See you, Pop.
being my kids.
Absolutely. All right, bye.
Love you.
I'll hang up for you. Or no, you have to hang up. So, all right.
He's a ham.
That's our dad. He's a ham. I don't know where we get it from on Father's Day weekend. Neither of us are with him on Father's Day weekend because I live down here in Chicago and Tara's down here for a wedding. Tara.
Yeah.
You went to a wedding. You know how much I don't like weddings. I like having fun at weddings, but I don't believe in weddings. But we did talk weddings last week, but that's an update on your wedding. This sounds like it was a good wedding.
It was.
Mickey Mouse was not there, though.
Mickey Mouse wasn't
Minnie?
there, but there were some cameos from drag queen.
What?
Yeah.
Like, you mean like they showed up or like they did a cameo?
They did cameos and then they like played them on the TV.
That's cool.
I know.
So they had cameos from, like, they had them say stuff like famous drag queens from like drag
Angeria from the most recent season.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one person who like sang a song and I'm like, I don't know which drag queen this is. But it was really fun.
That's cool. How many do you think there were?
Oh, there was like, I think 3 of them. And then they also, do you know who Tom Schillings is?
No.
He's like a Skilling, Tom Skilling.
Isn't he like a weather guy in Chicago?
He's a weather guy in Chicago. And like Trav
loves him.
Nice. And they had him do a cameo. Like he's not funny. On cameo, but they like reached out to him and he was like congratulating him. So
that's really funny.
It was a lot.
That's
of
a
fun.
fun deal. How long? Like that was just like it's a little surprise for everybody. Did they know it was gonna happen?
No.
That's fun. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of fun. Cameo.
So that was really fun. Also, they're like big Fireball people.
Love Fireball.
So there was so much.
I don't, but they do.
Yeah, they love it. There was so much flowing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
How many shots of Fireball do you think you took?
I took 0.
You took 0?
Yeah.
Didn't they give you like a little...
Yeah, I still have it.
Oneer of it?
Yeah.
Like a little shooter of it?
Uh-huh.
You didn't take it?
No, I thought like there was going to be a time where everyone did it and they didn't. So I was like, well, then I'm not taking it. And I would say... everyone else probably had like 12.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
Average would.
What do you think the most anyone had was?
Drew, they were just like sipping out of these big bottles.
Oh, passing it around like COVID didn't exist.
Yes,
Of course.
And so there was a lot of COVID.
I guess my question is, what are the chances you got COVID now?
Well,
pretty good.
I don't know. Maybe if someone had it, I got it. Well.
I mean, you didn't get it from Mom.
No, because I was on the dance floor quite a bit.
I was on the dance floor a lot. That's where a lot of breathing happens.
Yeah. And it was a packed dance floor. A lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Singing.
So you think maybe in a couple days there's a chance?
I might not feel that good. So
all right.
Possibly.
You're up. Your turn anyway.
I know. Well, this is the craziest part about it too. So I was going to take an Uber there.
Yeah.
And when I went downstairs to get my Uber, it was like, there aren't any. And then it said, but like, well, we will be able to find one within like the next 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes came and went. And I'm like, I'm going to be late for this wedding.
Yeah.
So luckily, I am from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know how to get there from public transportation. So I had to jump on the train.
Oh, wow.
With like 30, I think I only had maybe like 35 minutes to get there. And I was like, holy shit. So I get down at the red line and it is also a Cubs game and the Cubs game is over.
Oh man.
There are,
for those of you that don't know, that is like the worst time on the planet to be anywhere.
Yeah.
Just anywhere on the planet. It's terrible.
I learned that there's actually a website called Is There a Cubs Game? And you go to it and it either says yes or no on it. And it's because of like how terrible the trains are.
That's crazy.
I know. So I was like,
that's funny.
And I have not been on the train in 2.5 years.
Right.
2.5 years.
Pre-COVID.
And I'm like, it gets there, it's jam-packed and no one's getting out. And I'm like, I have to get
wearing your snazzy stuff.
Wearing my snazzy stuff and like stiletto heels. And I'm like, I have to get on this train. Luckily, I had a mask on because I was face to face with someone. And I pushed my way in. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have a wedding to get to. And I had to.
How hot was it?
It was hot. And get this. So we are going from Grand to have Grand, and I have to get off at Monroe.
Do you know how to say words?
I said Monroe.
You said Grant and Monroe.
I said Grand.
Grant for Grand and Monroe.
Okay.
For Monroe.
Anyway, all of a sudden, we're going from Grand to Lake, and the train shuts down.
No.
Goes completely black, no air conditioner. And the guy's like, sorry, but we've lost power.
Tara, do you want to know something? That's a Seinfeld episode.
I know.
Where Elaine.
Oh, it's an actual one?
Yeah. Elaine is going to
a
gay wedding.
Oh my gosh.
As well. And the train power goes out and she's stuck on the train hot.
Yeah.
It's not as packed, but like you were Elaine Bennis in that sitch.
And I feel like I'm her a lot too. But yeah. So I'm like, well, and I was just talking to a girl and I was like, yeah, I'm actually going to a wedding. So like I am kind of running late and I was telling her the whole spiel. And then all of a sudden the lights go out as I'm telling her, I'll have like 2 minutes to spare at this point. And then the lights go out and I go, okay, looks like I'm not making this wedding.
So were you late?
I wasn't, because the train started up shortly after. And I was like, thank goodness. And I got out. I switched my shoes to my little like dance slippers. And I basically ran there and I got there in time.
Right.
It was crazy.
And then the wedding was a good time. So that's good.
The wedding was awesome.
Partied.
It was a big party. It was beautiful. It was on the river. It felt like a city, like a real Chicago wedding.
Nice. Which is always fun.
Exactly. And it was a little chilly.
Not all weddings are created equal. Not all city weddings are created. Sometimes it's like, man, this is a city wedding and it is impressive and fun.
Yes. And I loved it.
Nice.
And I wanted it to, I was like, I could deal with it being 5 degrees warmer. And I'm so glad it wasn't, because it was the best dance floor ever, because we were barely sweaty. I mean, I did sweat because I danced like a maniac, but I was barely sweaty.
Well, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's funny because I was just thinking back to that episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And we've been watching Sopranos. And I'm thinking, so that episode, she's like talking to this older woman on the train while they're sitting there stuck in, like, talking about how beautiful the wedding. She's like, oh, young weddings are so great. And she's excited, the old woman. And then she's like, do you know the bride or the groom? She's like, well, I know both brides or whatever, something like that. Yeah. Where it comes out this, and she like gets disgusted and basically like doesn't want to talk to her anymore. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, the fact that people think that way is so wild to me.
I know. I don't get it.
First of all, like, why does a stranger care that a stranger is going to a wedding that has like gay people in it? Mm-hmm. Like, first, that could be so far from your problem. Like, what is that? How does that affect you in any way, shape, or form? But Sopranos has a lot of that in it. It's like a lot of homophobia amongst the gangsters. Mm. It's just wild to me that's, and it's still.
I feel like it's like becoming more. It might not be more of a thing, but it's like more acceptable for people to be so like hateful towards it.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's going backwards a little bit, where it's like it became like, I say that at no point in our history as a country has like more people been accepting of gay culture, and like it's Pride Month right now, so it makes sense we're talking about it. But at the same time, in my lifetime, since I've never seen more hate for it though too. Like like the other spectrum of it, like people are like willing to like talk about it openly without, and they're not like worried that they're gonna get in trouble for it. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
it's so weird too, because it's like, they are banning books about drag queens, right? And people are like, I'm doing this because I care about my kids and this is trash for them. I'm like, no, you don't, because you want your kids to have guns in their life.
Right.
And like, you actually should be more worried about your kids going to school and being like shot than like them reading a book about drag queens. Like, it's just so bizarre.
Absolutely.
And drag queens, I'm just going to say, drag queens are all about fun, and the only thing they're doing is like teaching the kids how to put makeup on.
No, yeah, people are stupid. It's like, and there's so much like, that's the whole thing. That was the whole thing in The Sopranos, all like this weird masculine thing. Like, there's even like the first season is kind of interesting. Like, they're like, first of all, they're making fun of, like, he's worried they're gonna find out he's going to therapy.
Yeah.
But also, at one point, his grandpa, it turns out he like goes down on like his like lover, like he's like known for going down, and like it comes out that he goes down on her, and that they start ripping on him for that. Like, that makes him like kind of a like, because he likes eating snooge.
Oh god!
Like, what are we talking? Like, almost that it makes him a puffer. I think they might even say, like, that it makes him gay, that he wants to eat puss. Like,
I don't know any gay people that want to eat puss.
Right? They don't. It's a wild fucking take.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. There's that.
That's it, that masculinity.
It's this masculinity thing, and especially that. It's like, I think you even see it in like, I think you see it even more in like suppressed. Suppressed isn't the word I'm looking for. In oppressed. Thank you. Communities. Somehow you see it more because it's like, not only are they being held down by the man, but I don't want my peers to see me less than too. So it almost like the image is even more important.
Oh, definitely.
It's very weird because you see it a lot, like the Italian culture. You see it a lot in Black culture a lot, where it's like, man, I don't fucking play with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you care? Like, they'll be like, I don't care, but like, I don't play with that shit. Like, yeah, I get it. You're not gay. I get it. Cool. Who cares? Shut up. Like, I don't need the caveat.
No.
Just be like, cool, I don't care. Like, I don't need your caveat, dude.
Because wasn't it though? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound so old when I say this, but wasn't there like a thing? I don't know if people still say it, but they'll say like no homo.
I think they say it sometimes still. It's not.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But again, I grew up in a time where in the 90s where everyone called each other gay.
Yes.
What we did.
Yes.
It was bad. It was terrible. And it still happens.
Yes.
But like, those are a bunch of dumb kids. But like, as you become an adult, you need to figure out like, that's stupid.
Yes.
And like,
I remember one time I like called you gay and Uncle Jimmy was around. And, and he's like, oh yeah? What does that mean? I'm like, oh man.
I think he did the same thing to me once. Like, what makes that gay? I'm like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't like, because we were around gay people pretty young. So we just never ever thought about it. Like, right away, we were like taught that like, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yes, it's like some people have a hard time with it still, and but they'll say they're fine with it, but then also like say dumb shit about it too. Like, like in the next sentence, I'm like, well, you sound stupid, you know? So saying that, I have a thing to watch for people. There's a bunch of stand-up things on Netflix this last couple weeks that were all like, they're not just it's not like a one person stand-up special. It is a like one person has it and then a bunch of stand-ups come out. It's like a show. There was a LGBTQ+ one that Billy Eichner hosted. But it's pretty good all the way through. But there was a trans comedian who since it had some of the funniest jokes I've heard in a hot minute. I was like blown away by the jokes. I thought they were so well written. They're really good, and they're like dark. They were very dark.
I love some dark jokes.
Like, poking fun at herself. It was interesting. So I will say check that stand up out. But it definitely I forget what her name was, sadly. But check it out. It was good.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. There's a bunch of them. Most of them, they're all okay. Even that one's just kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love all the comedians. That one's there's a couple good ones on a couple good stand-ups on that one though. So check that one out for sure. Another one I watched was the Pete Davidson has one. And the stand-ups are all whatever. They're fine. But Pete Davidson does his thing. It's like, I don't get it, Tara.
I know.
What's up with Pete Davidson? Why is he a thing? Why was he? I know why he's a thing now.
Yes.
Because of the Kardashians.
Right.
And I don't understand why they're a thing.
Right.
But why was Pete Davidson a thing even before the Kardashians? But he kind of was, and I never understood it. He doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand Pete Davidson.
I mean, I think we've talked about this quite a bit.
On this podcast?
Yeah.
Have we? I don't think we've talked about Pete Davidson.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe we did.
I think we did.
Well, it's just he's been around, he got even more famous.
Yeah.
Like in the last couple of weeks, I feel like. So, I don't get it.
We definitely talked about it when we were talking about SNL.
Oh, like it's a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
You're right. Anyway, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
He's everywhere still.
He's still everywhere. Now he's doing more commercials.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's in my face.
mean,
Get out of my
here's
face.
the thing.
I'm not mad at him.
If it's a business decision, I know it's not a business decision to like be with Kim. Like, I'm sure he thinks she's hot and loves her or whatever.
Like boinking.
Yes, but like not a bad business decision because she's got connections and I think probably would drive him to like have a career more outside of SNL just because of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's big now. He's like doesn't have to worry about money probably ever again. So yeah, I think they like each other. That's actually doesn't feel fake to me. It feels like they have they're weird. But it was weird. He's like, during the stand-up, he kept saying like, oh, I've had a really bad, like he's saying how awful it's been. It's like, nothing happened to you, dude. Like awful. Kanye talks some shit about him and said he wanted to kill him, but like nothing actually happened. He was acting like he's had these really hard weeks. Like he started dating like the most famous person in the world.
I don't know. I feel like they might have been some tough weeks. I think that the Kanye stuff is more serious than you think. Like that's scary, and I'm sure it stressed Kim out. And
yeah, but it wasn't like an out of nowhere thing. You step into that knowing that it's going to be a shitstorm. It just is. There's no way you didn't know that was going to be that level. No fucking way.
Maybe.
No way, Tara. All those people think about anything Kanye does ever.
Sure.
And think about anything Kim does ever. And then you combine those two things and then you want to jump into that world. I don't think any of it's unexpected, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I don't see him as any sort of, my only point is whatever, it might have been wild, but I don't see him as a victim in any way. He was almost like a woe is me moment. I was like, woe is he? Like almost like I've had a hard. He was calling it like the before time before he started dating Kim Kardashian.
That's
basically,
weird.
it's like, dude, this does sound almost. It did start to almost feel like a fucking play.
Yeah,
that's my take on it a little bit. I don't know.
Today I had the Prices Right on it. It was Celebrity Prices Right, and the Kardashians versus the West came on.
Price is Right.
Oh shit, I suck.
I'm so confused.
Family Feud.
I remember when they did Family Feud. How was it?
I stopped watching it because I don't like those people.
I agree. Unlikable people.
I just like.
Who was on Kanye's team?
It was Kim and then some family members.
Oh, Kim was part of the West.
Yeah.
She wasn't a Kardashian. Interesting.
It's when Khloe was pregnant.
Pregnant Khloe. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about this week? I kind of went on a tangent there because of the
I didn't finish my conversation about the wedding.
Oh, you had more wedding stuff?
Yeah, because you gave me an assignment to talk to people.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But
Shit.
I didn't really talk to people. So I technically didn't do the assignment, but I did do the assignment because I danced like for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I had different dance relationships happen where like where we basically were talking through dance and like maybe talking a little while dancing. So
what? Who talks while they dance?
Well,
I've never had a conversation with someone while I
Well,
danced.
not like an actual conversation, but you might say like, "Ooh, I like your move," and it's like, yeah. So
we talked while we danced.
yeah.
It was called a compliment, Tara. One compliment.
Well,
Anyway, let's hear what you got.
okay, so had lots of different groups of people that I was dancing with. Like if someone would go off, I would like just find another group of people, and sometimes I wouldn't know the people at all,
That's wonderful.
which is not something I always do. So the first person that was one of my favorite dance people was my friend Mitchell.
Okay, we're getting very specific.
Yes. And he's an old friend. He's someone I met through Travis. He lives in St. Louis now.
Tara just likes to put real people's names on this dang thing.
I always like love him. But we were just like each other's partner in crime, just like the two people on the dance floor the most.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the guests came up to me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I just went up to my husband and he was like, that couple, the one with the guy with the white hair that was in the wedding and the girl in the black dress, they are the best dancers, and I don't think they've gotten off the floor. Do they not have to go to the bathroom?"
So you're in a couple?
Yep. And it's so funny because like this girl, she knows Mitchell well, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Honey, they're not a couple."
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that was like my first, like, this is like a really fun person to like hang out with at a wedding.
A friend.
A friend.
Tara likes hanging out with a friend at a wedding. That's okay. We got one. We're good. It's going well. A friend. What's next?
This
Is
one,
it a friend?
No.
Okay,
the
let's hear
next
it
two
then.
aren't friends, but
Perfect.
that one, it was like
It's-
people thought we were a couple. So
That's fun. That's fine.
Yeah.
A good friend that you can groove with.
Yes.
And that
So-
might even be better because there was no chance of anything happening. Like there's
Right.
no pressure on it. You're just dancing together.
Exactly.
That's
Just
nice.
Dancing, having
Sure.
fun. Next was, okay, so there was this girl and she was in a blue dress and her name was Kim. And she was Trav's law school friend. And I
Okay.
was like, "Trav, who's the girl in the blue dress? I really love her dance floor energy." And he goes, "Oh my gosh, that's my friend Kim from law school. We were actually voted the best dancers of our law school class." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so fun." And so then we would like dance together, and like she like almost did like routines and moves, which I can respect because that's how I dance, where I'm doing little routines and getting my groove on. So
You have routines?
well, it's not really. I call them routines, but it's like where I find like a dance during like a.
You find a move and you repeat it a lot.
No, if it's like during like the chorus, and I'm like, "Ooh, I like the way that felt." So the next time the chorus comes on,
You do that move
I
again?
do the little 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. That.
So give me an example of a song that maybe that could happen in. Like Get This Party Started, maybe by Pink. And then you're doing like, I'm coming up. And you like, coming up. Something like that.
Yeah. So
Where you like move your hands up the ladder.
or like
Almost like you're doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah, I did like ain't no mountain high
And you built a mountain
enough,
with your hands.
ain't no valley low.
Oh wow. And you did it
enough.
more than once.
Every time. Ain't no river wide enough. Yeah. So
You're an idiot.
no. So she was like doing and she was like stomping it out. So I just was really like
Digging that. So you like the dancer that is full of bore.
Yeah, and her
And
I
the dance floor.
I think the person she was with was her maybe husband or boyfriend, and he was good too. But like when we would start,
Did he have routines or was he more like me where he was just feeling the flow?
no, they kind of danced together. Like I did a move. And she was like, "Ooh, I like that." So then she started doing the move.
She mimicked your move.
So we were kind of like doing the mimicky thing.
Who was
So
this person?
That was Kim. That
I
was
thought
the-
you moved on to the third
No.
person. Let's move to the third person.
The third person. I don't know this girl's name, but every time Lizzo came on,
So he was a Lizzo fan.
She was a Lizzo fan. She found
Sounds like Miranda.
she found the dance floor, but like we would catch eyes with each other where we were like vibing, where it's like, "Yeah, girl, like we're dancing together right
So she
now."
only hit the floor for Lizzo.
Yeah, we had a lot of eye contact is what I wrote, and she had bangs. So
Do you have bangs?
I don't have bangs.
I don't know. That's why I thought you were saying it because maybe you had bangs.
No, she
never
had
know.
bangs, so it was like she was looking through her bangs at me.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Name her.
Bangladesh.
Bangy Bangladesh.
Bangy Bangladesh.
Love it. All right.
So, yeah.
So you had a good wedding. It sounds like
Oh
it
my
was
God.
fun.
It was just the most fun.
I feel like everything came up on us fast here because Dad came on. But I do want to touch on some stuff.
Yeah.
Some emails.
Yeah.
I missed this one last week. It came like around the time we started recording, so I missed it. I did get a text from this person. Little baby Mario sent us an email, and he was bummed that
he didn't make the cut.
He was like, "Hey, how come I wasn't on the podcast?" I'm like, "Well, because I said there was no emails." Like, I sent an email. He said, "Long-time listener, first-time caller,
I
loves the podcast. Currently, his number one podcast."
Oh,
thanks, Mario. You're a good man.
You, Mar.
He had a few additions to a couple of the 3 lists. He hates when fans try to convince the ref to blow the whistle. Like people that try to get the ref, like, "Come on, ref, that's a call." Like, that's Mario's take on bad fans.
Yep, but we all do it.
Top 3 war movie. He wanted to add Fury to it, which is it's like Shia LaBeouf and Brad Pitt and a couple other dudes. He says it's the best Shia LaBeouf performance he's ever seen.
I would say even Stevens is, but
even Stevens definitely is. Mario. Sorry to tell you, you will never top Even Stevens.
No.
I know he's had some good stuff, but Even Stevens is top notch.
Yeah.
He says fuck the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I've been talking. We all that Tatum talk. We're Jaylen Brown guys. We think Jaylen Brown's better and more consistent. Though he had some bad games too, but we like Jaylen Brown better. We're the Tatum and the Kobe.
Oh, that was so
Tatum
terrible.
and Kobe stuff. He can't stand it. He says, "Why is he always trying to dick ride Kobe?"
Mm-hmm.
Mar, you talk like a trash mouth in this text.
That's all right.
So do I all the time as well.
Happy first Father's Day, Mar. Is it his second?
Oh, it's his first.
His first?
Yeah. Or no. Yeah, it's his first. It's his first. Happy first Father's Day, Mario. Happy first Father's Day. Mario's a new father. It's not even a year-old baby yet. What else did he have? Did anything else? It was a lot of going after Tatum.
I love it.
He called him a loser.
I love it.
Also, you had to ask if when I was talking about having friends with podcasts that were bad, he asked if we were talking about Afternoon at Night podcast.
Was that his?
Which was his short-lived podcast. I was. I wasn't, but I kind of was probably. I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't stick it out. You know.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going. I know this is only our 12th episode, but
hey,
we're gonna keep on rolling.
Yeah.
12 listeners a week. Who cares? 12 listeners a week. Tara, he says you should watch Knives Out.
Oh, who's in that?
It came out like last year, the year before. It's got like why am I blanking on his name? James Bond.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is in it. It's like a murder mystery, like a bunch of rich people in a house. There's a bunch of famous people.
Oh, is that with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Michael Shannon.
My number 2, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is in it. Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's what his take is. I don't hate that, honestly.
Okay.
It's not a movie I love. It's like I'm not blown away you haven't seen it. That's kind of more what I get you to watch. But and we also got an email from Dad again. He likes to email us.
Look out.
He says, "Hi, daughter, son," which is perfect for Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he emailed this to me while we were recording last week because he was here visiting me.
What a nerd.
He had an idea for a top 3, which would be celebrity crushes when you're a teenager.
Oh, JTT.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. He said Jane Fonda from Barbarella, Marianne or Ginger from Gilligan's Island. He couldn't choose, or Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch. Apparently, he was very touched by the Brady Bunch.
It's because there were so many kids, and his family had so many kids.
Yeah, and he said just missed was I Dream of Jeannie, Farrah Fawcett, and then Craig Brady. I don't know what his deal is.
He's so weird.
He just thinks he's clever.
He just thinks he's funny with play.
Like his dad jokes are like so. They're not like a normal.
Incorrect.
Yeah, but like. In such a lame, it's like, Greg Brady. Shut up, nerd. God, get out of here, dude. So that was Dad. And actually, we got one more here. I think Miranda sent this while we were recording.
Ooh.
I think you've seen most of the. I know you haven't seen one of them, but she thinks you should either watch Pulp Fiction, which I believe you've seen.
I've not.
You haven't seen Pulp Fiction?
No.
What? That's what you're watching then.
Okay.
You're watching. Sorry, Mario. Knives Out is not a must see. Where Pulp Fiction is like an all time movie. I thought for sure we'd have watched Pulp Fiction.
No.
She also said Ocean's 11. I don't care about it that much, but it is fun. It is fun, but I think you're gonna like Pulp Fiction better.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Prestige, which I'm pretty sure you've seen.
Nope.
What? You haven't seen any of these?
No.
What the fuck? I don't know which one for you to watch now. Prestige, Pulp Fiction. Prestige, Pulp Fiction. Prestige, Pulp Fiction.
I don't even know what either of them are about.
One's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
And one's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay.
And then Ocean's 11, you can watch some other time. It is fun. But to me, the other two are you got to watch them. I don't know, Tara. Dang. Maybe I'll put up a poll that no one will vote on one of our clips. And then
actually, if you put it on on the Facebook or not, like your story.
I know, but no one doesn't respond to when I put them up.
Oh.
Like last time I did, I said, I think I even said, what should maybe Tara watch?
Well, no, you have to say, put two options and then people will just click instead of typing.
Yeah, you're right. They might do it. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll try that in a story. And then we'll have you watch one of those too.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's our emails for the week. I also got a text from Brenda.
Oh, Brendy.
Brandy. She said she'd like to be a guest sometime. And we're not really going to do guests on this show. That's not really our thing. Just so you guys know, the dad one was kind of a special thing for Father's Day. I don't think it even went that well.
No.
It was just hard because, we're thinking about doing a second podcast where we will have a guest.
And it won't be like an hour long, probably more like I
don't know. We'll see.
Shorty.
We'll see. But I think it might be a little themed where we might become, let us know how you feel about this, but it'd be a top 3 podcast where we all come in with a couple different top 3 things we want to do and just do a bunch of that. That'll create discussion. Things like that. I think that might be our second podcast. If we can, maybe people will listen to that and we'll get some guests on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard when you bring a guest in to get them to sound good. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. They need like a mic.
Tara, do you have a grievance?
Well, here's the thing. I have a grievance, but I also, you didn't finish your top 3 summer beverages.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. My top 3 summer beverages. Fuck. Cucumber, vodka, and limeade. Mm-hmm. Unstoppable. Unbeatable. Mm-hmm. Really like a coconut rum, Malibu, and pineapple.
Oh, my gosh. Those are Mom's favorite. She calls them Maui Wowies.
Maui Wowies. The only problem with that is there's not enough alcohol in those.
Yeah. And a lot of sugar.
And a lot of sugar. Mm-hmm. Where the nice thing about the vodka one is it's vodka.
Yeah.
And it's full vodka, like full booze in it.
Yep.
And they're dangerous and refreshing. Mm-hmm. And then my third favorite would just be cold beer. Any cold beer? Mm-hmm. Any cold beer on the river.
Yeah.
Floating down a river. Any cold beer floating down a river. So I got my top 3. Cucumber vodka and limeade. Mm-hmm. Most refreshing. What was number 2?
Maui Wowies.
Pineapple. Cucumber pineapple. Shit. What is it? Malibu and pineapple. Mm-hmm. Just tastes great on the beach.
Yep.
And then any beer floating down a river.
I would add margarita to that list just because a margarita on a hot summer day patio. I probably got to put margarita in there. Over Maui Wowie.
Pineapple and cucumber. Pineapple juice and Malibu rum. It gets wiped off that board. Honorable mention now because patio margaritas.
Yeah.
I don't want to make my own margaritas. You got to go to a place that makes a good margarita.
Oh, yes.
A real Mexican restaurant with real margaritas.
Yep.
But you're right. That's like the ultimate summer patio thing.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
At a bar or at a restaurant, it's the margaritas. At home, I'm going to start over. I just want this list to be very concise, Karen. Cucumber, vodka, and limeade. Number 1. No matter what.
Yes.
Drink that at home. Margaritas, number 2, at a patio. Yummy. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I'm holding up 4, is a beer, ice cold beer out of a cooler floating down a river. Unbeatable. Do you have a list other than margarita?
I would say a Truly floating down the river though, or a White Claw. So a seltzer.
A seltzer on the river.
Yep. And then I don't know. I think maybe like a nice lemonade.
Oh, not. I guess not alcohol. I guess I could have not had alcohol.
Just a nice lemonade.
I guess I'm an alcoholic. I thought you meant alcohol. Where I think I could have easily that ice cold water.
Yeah, ice cold water on a
hot day.
Water out of a hose on a hot day.
Yeah, water out of a hose on a hot day. Mm-hmm. Hot damn.
Yeah.
All right. I might have to have a new list here. No, I'm gonna stick with my list because those three things are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say water out of a water bottle, ice cold water bottle at football practice.
Oh yeah.
And I finally get to splash it in my mouth, like pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's heaven on like a 2 a day. I love it. I don't know if we need a grievance.
I do have a grievance.
Oh, let's hear your grievance, and then we should probably get out of here. It's getting long.
Yeah. Okay, so my grievance, it's our mom's birthday tomorrow, so I feel like a real asshole because I'm piling. Like last week.
You're going to grieve on mom again?
Yeah, but this one
is... fuck? It's a good thing she doesn't listen.
I know, but this one is so funny to me. And it's what I really should have done last week. Yeah. So, one, happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Here's my grievance, though. Mom loves to watch America's Got Talent. That is...
Show sucks.
That is her jam. She loves it. And what she does...
I know what you're going to say.
She'll be like, hey, Tara, I just need to show you something real quick. And I go... and then she walks into the living room and I go, is it America's Got Talent? Because I don't want to watch it. And she's like, yeah, but just... you'll really like it. And I'm like, Mom, I don't want to. And she's like, pleasies. And she knows when she says pleasies that I'm going to cave. So I go, all right. And then I watch it and it's literally terrible every single time.
Every single time. She's only tried it with me once and I shit on it so hard. I don't think she'll ever try again.
She showed this one girl.
I still get mad about it. I get mad about it to this day.
There was one time where I was like, this is freaking awesome. And it was these guys that were strong men doing things. And
sure.
So that, I was like, oh, that was actually really good. But in general, she'll even tell me about it beforehand. I'm like, no, I have no interest in that. There's a 12-year-old girl and she was in the audience, and in between the takes, the commercial breaks, people will sing and normally they're bad, but she was good. And she was so good that they brought her up on stage. I'm like, Mom, she was a plant.
Yeah.
And also I was just I don't care. No, I don't care. Please.
So what was this one?
It was the 12-year-old girl.
Oh.
But then she showed me another one recently and I was like, oh, it was some guy that was kind of Elvis-like. And he wasn't good. He wasn't a good singer. And she's like, I just got to show you this. I'm like,
that's what you get for free rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, free rent. And that's what you're going to have to accept.
Yep.
Free rent. You're going to have to watch an America's Got Talent clip every couple weeks.
Yeah. But that's my grievance.
Yeah, America's Got Talent's rough. Mm-hmm. It's rough. I've never liked it. Never, ever, 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 ever liked it.
Jean loves it. She says it just fills her heart.
I know. The one thing she showed me that one time, that dude that acted like he was kind of special needs. Mm-hmm. Like he had almost like a social disorder, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
And then he comes and does this weird dance that wasn't even that good. But he's a normal dude and he's put on this act like he's not. He's got some sort of disorder. I don't know if disorder is the right word. It's almost like he's almost pretending like he's autistic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's not, which is fucked up. To me, it was fucked up. This is fucked up.
And the thing is, you can do a little Google search and you were like, oh, this is this guy's character.
It's like a character he does.
Yeah.
You know? It was almost like he had a lisp and shit. It was what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And she loved it because the dance, I'm again, this is fake.
Yes.
And then his dance moves weren't that cool.
Mm-mm.
But I literally think about that anytime I see him, and it makes me angry that he got sent through and they said he was good.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is gross.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's pretending he's something he's not. That's my take. America's got no talent. That's my take. America doesn't have talent.
I love it when they bring in people from like different countries to do America's Got Talent.
It's so weird.
So funny.
Because all those countries have their own talent, their own version of
and
it,
I
too.
literally don't care, but I'm just like, this is funny. And where are you from? Like,
I am from
Sweden. I'm from Sweden.
Do we sound Swedish?
I don't know.
Or fucking, I think you can do a Swedish accent and get away with it.
Yeah.
I am from Sweden.
But that could be, I think that's Swedish.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Swedish meatballs.
Rough. That's a rough impression there, Dags.
I cannot do impressions.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I didn't really have a grievance. I usually don't have a grievance. I'm not.
You're just a fun-loving guy.
Oh, no, I'm just getting angry at everything else we talk about during the episode.
Sure.
I'm angry all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an angry boy. You know, my grievance is that I didn't do a TikTok dance for everyone.
Oh.
Tara's claiming she's going to do one now to like, just because I'm not, so she's going to do it. It ain't happening. Neither of us are going to do it. I'm doing it.
Maybe I'll do it too. I don't know how, but I might do it.
All right, guys, for real this time.
Yes.
We're going to bounce here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a TikTok dance. Maybe not. We'll see.
No, he won't.
I got some stuff going on this week. We'll see what happens. I do. I wouldn't laugh right now. I'd be careful about that laughing. Promise. So please email us. You know, we get a couple new emailers here, but at MELLONfights@gmail.com, Andyland Entertainment on TikTok and TikTok and Instagram. But I feel like anyone that's following us on that listens to this already as our Instagram. But anyway, let some friends know about it. I've heard some people talk that I don't know have said they like it.
Yeah.
But Tara knew them kind of.
Yep.
So, but anyway, tell people about it. I don't know how to get to tell someone to listen to a podcast. Like I've told people to listen to podcasts I like before. I have no idea if they've ever done it.
Right.
I'm talking like I've always like, hey, you should listen. This is a good podcast. People all the time will be like, hey, tell me a podcast to listen to. I'm trying to find a new one. This is that new one.
Yeah.
This is that new one.
I hear that it's a really good podcast to listen to while in the bath. So
yeah, we've heard it's a good tubcast.
Tubcast. So
we're America's #1 tubcast.
We are. So just draw yourself a bubble bath and pop in your earbuds and
or put it over the speakers, whatever you prefer,
and just
let us take you to relaxation town.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. All right, Tara, have yourself a Tuesday.
You have yourself a Tuesday.
Have a fucking Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights. Nice. It's good to have you in the room.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.